Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to a episode of More Than Chaos. And if you're watching online, thanks for watching on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, thanks for listening. We got a special episode today where we're talking about friendship. And we have one person here who's a really good friend. Allison, that's what you are. So that's what you're known for.
Thanks, Matt.
So it is after Christmas.
Yeah.
And people are traveling. So maybe you're watching this as you travel or listening to this while you travel, but I hope you had a good Christmas season. I know we're recording this before Christmas.
Just a little bit.
So I can't ask you like what you got or anything because
No. I'm hoping for
what are you hoping for?
Yeah. I'm hoping for a Bagoo crescent bag.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Ask Gracie Versack.
Okay. A Bagoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
So what are you hoping for Christmas?
Oh man. Honestly, like gift cards.
Oh yeah.
I just want to do that. So that's it.
Yep.
I don't know. Kind
Simple.
of weird.
Simple guy.
46. I don't know what to ask for anymore. But what we hope that you had a good Christmas season, and maybe you're traveling, like I said, and you're listening to this. But the focus of today's More Than Chaos podcast is looking at, like, as a junior high parent, how do you help your junior higher when it comes to friendship? Like, how do you help them to navigate good friendships, healthy friendships, not good friendships, unhealthy friendships, and what that could look like? So, Allison, I know you're not a parent of a junior higher.
I am not.
I am.
You are.
I don't know what I'm doing. So, especially with this topic, but can you kind of give us an idea of what your hopes for parents would be, like, in this podcast? Like, you came in with a phrase that I thought was really helpful to me to hear, but can you say that and kind of what's on your mind when it comes to this?
Yeah. So like you said, I'm not a parent of a junior hire. But I was a junior hire, not terribly long ago, like 15, 17 years ago, 17, like that.
Yeah.
And also I have a brother who's 10 years younger, which I feel like I got a unique look at his junior high years.
Yeah.
So anyway, I say that because a lot of my thoughts, I think, are stemmed from those two things of
Right.
like, how was I parented through junior high and how was my brother parented through junior high? And yeah, I think that something that I hope parents would take away is when it comes to friendship and when it comes to all things of how to approach your junior hire, is just to lead with curiosity and asking good questions, because they are young, but also they are also sufficient in a lot of ways, and it's important to guide them towards who they're becoming, instead of tell them who to become.
Yeah. So kind of like instead of like controlling your coaching.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that's a good way to put it.
So like, let's talk about that curiosity piece.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if we do anything today, I want to really lean into the curiosity and then asking good questions, because
Sure.
I think every parent can benefit from those two thoughts when it comes to approaching junior higher.
Yeah.
So how do you see it best to be curious about their son or daughter's friendships?
Yeah. I think that just like watching, like being observant, when your child is around the people they're hanging out with and when they're talking about their experiences with their friendships, and just noticing the words they're using or their demeanor as they're saying them, and then asking questions about it and being like, oh, well, I noticed when so-and-so was here, they said this, or you said this, like, how did that make you feel? Instead of assuming how your child thinks or feels about their interactions with their friends, ask them, like, see what they think, because I think we can underestimate this age group a lot in what they think about the world and how they like see the people around them. But I think if we ask them, they have a lot to say, and a lot of good and honest thoughts about the people they're spending time with.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think that one of the things that curiosity does for a parent is it goes against all of the things that a junior high student is living in. So they are consistently being formed by things that are said to them through digital, platforms or their teachers or others. And very unoften are they actually asked about what's going on. So they're told but not asked. So we as parents like have an advantage to be able to come in and just be like, well, who is this person? Like, tell me about, why do you want to hang out with this person? Like, what makes you want to be around this person? And I think that differs you're a girl, I'm not, but I think that differs for girls and boys. Like, cause I know like with my son, if I would ask that question, he'd probably be like, I don't know, but a girl most
might have a lot of
thoughts.
Yeah.
So don't be discouraged about either one. Like, lean into whatever that response is, and then continue to ask further questions about, this is the asking questions piece. What depth can you go into when it comes to understanding better who that friend might be? Because that's where your responsibility is as a parent, is to help them to understand what good friendships look like, healthy friendships look like. But in order to know that, you've got to ask a lot of questions.
Yeah. I think I'm glad you said that it applies to healthy friendships. Like it's helping guide them towards that, because I think this idea of getting curious and asking good questions, parents you could benefit from applying that in moments when you think, this is a really great, like I see health in this friendship that my child has. And also when maybe you want to help them uncover maybe some of those friendships where they don't feel quite like themselves. That's a question that I like to ask myself in, even like at 28, like who are the people that I feel the most myself around? And who are the people that I don't feel like I have to have my guard up and I'm tense, and like who are the people that I get to spend time with that I can just relax into who I am and who we are as friends. And so I think I deviated from the question you most recently asked. So I might need you to rephrase it, but I think that's the question I ask myself now. And I'll ask like the students that I am in relationships with, like who do you feel most yourself around? Because I think that's an indicator of a healthy friendship. When you're not chasing living up to some standard that you think is set by that other person.
Yeah. And it also, as you say that, like I'm thinking that it helps a junior hire to begin to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
Because they can, with the people around them, begin to understand, like, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I want to do that. And that helps them to begin to see like, oh no, I want to be this kind of person, because the influences in my life are telling me I don't necessarily want to do that. So I don't know. That's just one of the things that comes to mind. I just feel like for that age, they're so formative in trying to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
That it's good for parents to come in and be like, well, why?
Yeah.
Why do you find that this person is good to be around?
Yeah.
And that could be both good and bad. Trying to figure that out. So. So that's good. I wonder too, Allison, as we talk through this, like maybe for a mom of a daughter or a dad of a daughter, like what are some of the things that your parents did at that formative time in junior high to help you to see what healthy friendships look like?
Yeah. I was a very sensitive junior hire.
Okay.
My mom says that in that season, if you looked at me wrong, I would just burst into tears. And so I feel like my mom, she just sit across from me, like in the living room or in my bedroom in a chair, and just like talk to me and like let me process what I was experiencing. And I don't have like monumental memories of conversations about friendships. But that is what I remember about my mom, is like she made the space to like sit and talk and listen. And I feel like those were the conversations that led to those like formative ideas about like myself and like how I interacted with other people.
That's really good, because like for me, Like I want to control a situation. I've been thinking about this a long time, like how I want to be in control of all things. Like I really do. That's like
Most
my
of us
shadow.
do.
Yeah, I know, but that's like my shadow side. And so if I see like warning signs or anything, I just want to like come in and be like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Instead of like sitting and listening and actually having, being curious, as you brought up earlier, or asking those questions, or just even like being present to listen to why this is, they're attracted to these particular people, as friends.
Want to spend time with them. Yeah. And I don't think, I like by no means think that parents should never say what they think and give directives. But I think starting with the curiosity is what I have found to be important.
Yeah.
In my scope on this.
Oh, that's good. And there are times when parents do need to come in
100%
and say, hey, this isn't going to work.
Because we're talking about 11 to 13-year-olds who don't know everything.
Yeah.
But they know some things.
They do. Yeah. I mean, once they hit 14, they know.
Right. Then they know everything. They're good. High schoolers, they're fine.
Yeah.
No, I think it applies all through life.
Yeah.
And I think I'm sure in your season, you're still asking the questions of like, okay, what do healthy friendships look like?
Yeah. And my wife and I talk about that with our kids. Like friendships are hard, like at any age, unless you're, well, I don't even want to say like, unless you're like super popular, because I think that would even be hard.
Yeah.
So I don't think it goes away. You know, I just think you're always like navigating that. So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to just leave on that thought of parents. Think about the idea of being curious. Think about the idea of asking questions. Think about like, how can I sit with my kid or kids and just wonder with them of who their friends are and what friendships look like to them, and how you can, as a parent, help them to see that healthy friendships are possible. They can happen. And like in the midst of a chaotic life that these junior hires live, it doesn't have to be chaotic. There's more to it. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Allison, thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on the pod.
Yeah, on the pod. Here we go. All right. We'll see you in 2026, everybody.